Hi, it's Miranda from Pliable. Lovely to see you again. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit around the challenges and the pains that I see with the clients that feel stuck with where they are and where they don't want to be right now in their health and not feeling well in their body, in their eating, and just in themselves. And so there are many challenges and many pains that I see, but these are the three most common things that I find where people are feeling really stuck with where they are. And the first one is often an issue around our body image, an issue around the weight that we have. We don't like the way we look. We don't like the shape. We don't like the results that we're having externally in our weight and our health. And a lot of the time, what's really underneath this is when you ask a client, you drill deep into, well, how does that make you feel? And what are the thoughts that it triggers for you? Because it's never really about the weight and the shape. I have a client that wants to lose 2 kilos. I have a client that wants to lose 50 kilos. They still can feel and think the same things if this is an issue for them. When we drill deeper, the feelings really that are under there are just a real dislike and the thoughts, a real dislike for ourselves, a real sense of even disgust sometimes or self-loathing. This really inner critic comes out and we just feel like we're a failure, we're not good enough. If we can't control, our body and food and things, then what can we control, And so there's this real sense of just disgust and no self-trust and no self-love there within it. So that's actually where the real pain is, those inner thoughts and the feelings that are going on and as a result of the way that we're focusing on. And it's actually that not liking ourselves that is really at a core problem of this whole pattern and this whole challenge. So that's the one pain and challenge I see in a lot of clients. The second thing I see in women and clients around the pains that come up for them in this journey is they feel out of control with their eating. They don't understand why they can't eat the way they want to eat. They don't understand why sometimes they can diet and be restrictive and then sometimes they just can't. They don't have the willpower for it. Why they just commit on Monday to doing something and then later that day, later the afternoon, maybe a week later, maybe a month later, maybe a few months later, at some point they drop the ball, get off the bandwagon and get out of control again. So there's this real sense of feeling out of control with food and even to a sense of comfort eating, emotional eating, onto the other extreme of binge eating and just not understanding why they're doing what they're doing and how to change it, how to stop it. That can be a real big challenge as well for a lot of women. And the third thing that I see as a part of these two factors as well is a sense of hopelessness, a sense of despair, a sense of, I've tried everything. I've done everything I can. I've learned all I can. I've tried that many diets. I've invested in that many programs, that many shakes, that many detoxes. Done the things with the gym, done all that I thought I could and should, but nothing works. And so there's even a sense that within that, is there something wrong with me? Is this just the way I'm going to be all the time? And they feel a sense of isolation as a part of that and a sense of, again, failure as a part of that. And they're never going to change. So they feel hopeless and apathetic and that it's never going to move forward for them. And they're just three common challenges and pains that I see where people feel really stuck in the problem of weight loss, emotional eating, and not having the health and the vibrancy that they want. And we will get sharing into what can life actually look like? What can we actually have as a result of the work that we can do deeply within ourselves? So stay tuned for that video coming up.